Hey friends, Sean from SGTreport here, and I have an important news update for you. I want to start with a tweet from Kim.com, who on August 12th said, "Trust me, buy crypto and gold. Your USD will become worthless. With US economic collapse, all old money currencies will crash. Times will get tough, but you will be fine if you hedge some of your assets in preparation for the crash. The big crash is coming 100%. He also tweeted, "We have significantly reduced our investment in U.S. assets. In fact, the dollar, which is considered to be the international currency, becomes a risky tool for payments," end quote. That was said by the finance minister of Russia. And Kim.com says, "The U.S. debt burden has become unmanageable. Watch USD when China drops U.S. debt." You know, I like physical silver and gold as well, but if you're interested in building a position in select cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin specifically, did you know you can do so in an IRA or even a 401k? That's where Noble Bitcoin comes in. They can advise you on how to boost your portfolio with cryptos, and not many companies are as knowledgeable or as upfront as Noble Bitcoin. They're experts in cryptos with the lowest fees in the industry. So if you'd like to learn more about how you can use an IRA or old 401k to build a position in cryptos, contact Noble Bitcoin. You'll find the phone number and the link below this video. Now, friends, I want to cover some very important stuff today, none of which would be happening if the witch was in the White House, like this mysterious DOJ plane, which landed in Arkansas on 8/8/18. It was sent by the Department of Justice, and it was a Boeing 757 tail number N119NA, and it landed in Little Rock. And according to a local radio station, DOJ employees were loading boxes of documents into that plane. An important note, the Clinton Foundation is located in Little Rock, Arkansas. Somewhere on this crazy planet, as we speak, Hillary Clinton is sweating bullets. And she should be, because given the legion of crimes she has committed against the people of the United States, the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, she is likely to be tried for treason at some point in the future. We can certainly hope that is the case. As Q has said, one day, these people will not feel safe walking down the streets. And in other good news, Peter Strzok was fired by the FBI, and his attorney's response is very amusing. He says, "This decision should be deeply troubling to all Americans." Which Americans are those? The ones that care about justice? The ones that are sick and tired of the witch hunt? The ones that are sick and tired of the fact that it was Hillary Clinton herself who helped cook up and pay for the phony dossier about Trump? The attorney says a lengthy investigation and multiple rounds of congressional testimony failed to produce a shred of evidence that Special Agent Strzok's personal views ever affected his work. In fact, in his decades of service, Special Agent Strzok has proved himself to be one of the country's top counterintelligence. What a bunch of nonsense, and of course, everybody knows it. And President Trump tweeted, "Agent Peter Strzok was just fired from the FBI. Finally, the list of bad players in the FBI and DOJ gets longer and longer based on the fact that Strzok was in charge of the witch hunt. Will it be dropped? It's a total hoax. No collusion, no obstruction. I just fight back." And so he does. He also said just fired Agent Strzok, formerly of the FBI, was in charge of the crooked Hillary Clinton sham investigation. It was a total fraud on the American people and should be properly redone. I think when he says properly redone, what he really means is that Hillary Clinton and the DNC should be investigated for their crimes in vote rigging, stealing the election from Bernie Sanders, and ultimately in the cooking up of the dossier which led to the witch hunt in the first place. And for all of those who think that nothing is changing and nothing ever will, those who say Trump is just the flip side of the same Hillary Clinton coin, again, I couldn't disagree more. West Virginia lawmakers moved to impeach entire Supreme Court. I did see a report from Aaron Scott on YouTube about this earlier today, but of course, this news is trickling out everywhere. And here's the noteworthy part. The articles allege the justices, Chief Justice Margaret Workman and Justices Alan Lowry, Robin Davis, and Elizabeth Walker have engaged in corruption, incompetency, neglect of duty, maladministration, and certain high crimes. I think what's noteworthy about this story, friends, is that high crimes are punishable, and the high crimes of Hillary Clinton and her cohorts certainly remain punishable. And finally, in this very quick update, I just wanted to share with you this red pill information that my friend Andy, who's one of my patrons, sent me on the 13th. He said, I have a red pill that you may be able to use. Just Google 2,300 arrested in quotes. And notice that no mainstream media news articles exist about this massive story from June. Of course, friends, this is a story that we covered in detail at the time, as did Liz Crokin. And it needs to be said, friends, that on Tuesday, June 12th, 2018, more than 2,300 suspected online child sex offenders were arrested during an operation called Broken Heart. And do you think that would have ever happened if the witch was in the White House? The Department of Justice today announced the arrest of more than 2,300 suspected online child sex offenders during a 3-month nationwide operation conducted by Internet Crimes Against Children task forces. The task forces identified 195 offenders who either produced child pornography or committed child sexual abuse, and 383 children who suffered recent, ongoing, or historical sexual abuse or production of child pornography. And friends, Jeff Sessions said, quote, "No child should ever have to endure sexual abuse. And yet in recent years, certain forms of modern technology have facilitated the spread of child pornography and have created greater incentives for its production. We at the Department of Justice are determined to strike back against these repugnant crimes. It is shocking and very sad that in one operation, we have arrested more than 2,300 alleged child predators and investigated some 25,200 sexual abuse complaints. Any would-be criminal should be warned. This department will remain relentless in hunting down those who victimize our children." And the release goes on to say, the operation targeted suspects who, number 1, produce, distribute, receive, and possess child pornography. Number 2, those who engage in online enticement of children for sexual purposes. And number 3, those who engage in the sex trafficking of children. And number 4, those who travel across state lines or to foreign countries and sexually abuse children. Friends, this is a global assault on child sex trafficking and pedophilia. And the pedos should be warned, justice is coming for you. And I should say the same is probably true for Hillary and Bill Clinton and their corrupt Clinton Foundation. Friends, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm very excited. In the near future, I have some big guests coming back on the show, and I really do appreciate your support. For real news 24/7, visit us at SGTreport.com. Check out thephaser.com, where I handpick great videos from people whose work I respect. And then, of course, check out all of the great work from a variety of trusted alt media news sources at thelibertymill.com. Thanks for watching. God bless.
The way forward is all of us have to come together.